Hi there again, this is Mojo Dallas, and I wanted to go ahead and bring everybody up to date what's going on with Poser Unreal Portal version 1.1. This is my first sprint, which lasted 2 weeks, where I added some features to the game. The first thing I did was I got Visual Studio and hooked it up. So I could do some C++ programming, and here you can see is a screenshot of my game with the C++ code loaded into Visual Studio, which I'm pretty excited about. The other thing is I did some work on props, and so if I go over to props and put a chair in, and let's go ahead and just click on the chair, I can go now and I can interact with the chair, and you'll see here a animation now is appearing below the set physics. So if there's any animations loaded associated with a prop, you can go ahead and apply them. I'm going to go ahead and apply. This one's called Ryan sitting on the park bench, which I developed earlier, and there he goes and interacts and sits on it. I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to go ahead and get into the pose animation screen and get him out of there. He doesn't bounce up off the chair or anything at this point. If I had set physics on that chair, he would have, in fact, gotten up. So let's go ahead and just move this chair a little bit. Let's move him over a little and down so it's not floating. If I'm going to show you another feature that I added, which was get him back here. Let's say I add this chair. Let's add a second chair. So let's add a chair. And where is it? It's right here. Another feature. What I did is I had it so whichever way he's facing is the way the chair will now appear. So if I go ahead and move him down, let's say, and maybe rotate him a little. So you're getting the chairs placed. He's still over. He needs to be moved back a little bit. Maybe. Oh, wrong way. So once you set up your little apartment here, the thing that I can do that I've added now let's add a light too, just to show another feature here of the thing I've added. Let's go ahead and move the light. Let's move him up a couple hundred. And let's go ahead and make the light a little bit brighter, even though it's pretty bright. And let's go ahead and change them to a red light. So now I got a red light, a couple chairs. The thing I wanted to show here is I now have load game, save game, and exit game. So right now, remember the 2 chairs and the light I've added to this game. I'll go ahead and save it, and we'll save it as a save game. I can exit the game, and it will leave the game. Now I'm going to go ahead and play again here, so give it a second to reload. Is it reloading? I don't think it is. Must have not clicked on it. There it goes. And it's reloading, and it's really reconstructing a standalone game, so it takes a few seconds longer than if I just did it in the editor. But here we go, and here's the room again. But you notice there's no chairs at all. Where before there's chairs, there's no chairs. If I go ahead and say load the game, and it was called save game, miraculously there'll be the chairs where you place them and with the light on. So that was quite a bit of work, so I'm pretty proud of where that is, and you see how much brighter than the artifacts there's actually associated with the light there. That's the versus the camera. The other things that I did that I kind of wanted to mention was some changes I made to the characters. So if we go ahead and change the figure to this Ryan cargo pants, which looks a lot like the one I got before. Let's go ahead and move a little closer. If you remember, with I'm moving the cameras here, you can move in closer with a camera shot. So let's move him in 150 centimeters. I don't know. I hope I get closer to his face here. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you can. And let's see. Let's change his expressions. I only loaded one in here to be able to see here. Let's see him angry. Ah! So that's the morphs. I've added morphs to the skeleton, or to the mesh now. And I added a whole set of morphs. If we want to go look at those, here are the morphs that I added associated with the character. And they are out of a poser. A whole set of expressions that you can go ahead and program your character to have. Some eyes, basic eye morphs to go use, so you can blinking or looking or right or left or up or down, and some hand ones for grasping or spreading. So those are the morphs that have been added, and that is my 2-week sprint. It was again the ability to go ahead and do some C++ programming, a series of morphs for the character, the ability to go ahead and load, save, and exit the game, and we're on to the next version, version 1.2, which I'll be doing some things with some wearable props and some sword fighting and snapshots and movies and some other camera improvements. That's what the plan is. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.